It's time to go back in time to see how E&C came to be with the Battle of Plymouth and its Civil War history. We're here with Nevis Leary, a local historian here at the Port of Plymouth Museum, and we're so excited to talk about this magnificent ship and its history. So what can you tell us about it?
Oh, it's a fantastic story of the Albemarle. It was actually built up the Roanoke River in Scotland Neck in a cornfield. It's been called the Cornfield Ironclad. This plan that was drew up had never been tried before. It's got a 33-degree sloped casemate to deflect the cannon shot. It's got 4 inches of iron plate on it, and it became the most successful ironclad of the Civil War. Captain Cook was the captain of the Albemarle, and General Hope was in charge of all the land forces here in Plymouth to attack the town of Plymouth to take it back. And he went to Cook and told him we're going to attack the town of Plymouth on April 17th, 1864. And we need the Albemarle there to get these Union gunboats out of this river. The captain said it's not going to happen, we're running way behind. He said it has to happen or we will fail. The next morning, just about pre-day, light started coming. The Albemarle came down the Roanoke River and came right by where we are today, right now, and went down a little bit further. And there was 2 Union gunboats waiting for her, the Miami and the Southfield. Well, the captain realized what was going on and gave the order to go to the far side of the river and brought the Albemarle around. It has a steel prow on it, that's why it's called a ram. And they picked out their first victim, the Southfield, when they plowed right in the side of the Southfield so deep the Albemarle got stuck. And the Southfield sank to the river bottom and pulled the Albemarle down. They thought their first victim would be their last, but fortunately the Albemarle popped back up. Well, by that time, the Miami had pulled up so close you could almost touch it. And Flusser was the captain of the Miami, and he was so possessed of sinking this rebel ram, he fired the shell on the gun. They didn't change the shells that they had been firing on the Confederate land forces with. It slammed in the side of the Albemarle, bounced back, and landed at his feet and killed him and the gun crew. The second in command then took the Miami and fled into the Albemarle Sound. Guess what? A cornfield ironclad built by a 19-year-old had just whooped the Union Navy. Unbelievable.
Nevis, so now we're inside the Port of Plymouth Museum. What story do you have for us now?
Well, we're in the lower gallery of the Port of Plymouth Museum, and the artifacts that are down here are all artifacts that came from the Battle of Plymouth. You can see all the artillery shells, some of the ship's bells, cutlasses, torpedoes. It's an awesome display, and it all happened in April 17th, 1864, when the Battle of Plymouth started. It ended with a Confederate victory, and the town of Plymouth became under Confederate control. Without the aid of the Albemarle, it would not have been successful, the ironclad. I encourage people to come down and come and see all these artifacts. Like I said, these are not reproductions, they are the real deal that have been dug up all around the town of Plymouth.
So how did the Battle of Plymouth happen?
Okay, it actually happened because of the Union controlled the Roanoke River, and the Confederacy needed it back to ship supplies to Weldon Railroad for Lee's army in Virginia. And that's what caused the battle to begin.
And so why should people visit this museum?
Well, I think the reason you really ought to come see it is because it's a small museum. It's the Washington County Historical Society runs it. And it's small, but it's just, if you have any interest in Civil War aspects, you need to come and see it because all these artifacts that we have.
So if people want to know more information about the museum or anything else, where can they go for more?
They can go to the website, www.portofplymouthmuseum.org.
It's amazing the hidden gems that you can find in North Carolina, and make sure to come back to Hello E&C every week as we uncover the history of how E&C came to be.